Hi, everybody. Sorry, we had Stephanie cut off at the very introductory point, and so we are back. And I'm going to let everybody know that we're back. Let everybody know, and it's just there's so much to talk about. You don't know where to begin or continue. Hello. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
Hey, there you are. Okay, so we have, is it us three?
Yes.
Yes.
It is. So if you want, do you want to wait a minute and see if anybody tries to come back in? Because Stephanie
can talk.
Stephanie had go ahead.
We can start the meeting now. People just join in when and if they are still coming. But I've been doing this since 6:30 or 6:45. So some people done their talking and they're done for the night. Veronica, I know she's over in New Jersey, so it's like 11 or so right now.
Yes, it's almost.
Okay, so let's make this, because it's just us three and it's recording, and this will be a separate deal, and we'll make it kind of brief.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay.
This will be the very first Source of Light, 128 Source of Light Ministries call, where we start to introduce ourselves, who we are and what we're doing. But we're talking amongst ourselves, so I would like to share this with the other women who will be coming in, and then we'll do another meeting, and we'll just keep bringing them in. And so there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us, and we all have a powerful story behind what we're doing, you know, what has brought us to where we are now. We're all intertwined and intermingled. So let's just make this the first one, and we'll just say, my name's Misty Fredericks, and today, what is the date today? November 4th?
November 4th.
2017. November 4th, 2017. And we're continuing on from another meeting. But what we're going to do here is just, I want to hear from Stephanie, and I want to introduce her to you all and what she's doing, and she'll probably share where she's been and what's led her to this a little bit, or however much she wants to. And and this is also Lyra Star, and amazing Stephanie. So, dear love, please do take the floor. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you. Wow, I wasn't ready for that introduction, but I'll just start off with my inspiration came from, what I saw in family, first in my own family, and then in society, that there is a lot of healing that is needed and will be beneficial to our growth while we're here. And so I have experienced some personal things with my children that began when I started seeing the system for what it was. And I made some decisions to what I called was break away from it. And in those decisions, I was at a certain, what I would call vibration. I was operating in a certain vibration, which would be holding certain thoughts that were hindering me. And they were based in fear, because I knew at the time, I thought that the system was so powerful and that I had to fight against it. And in that battle that I contributed to, I lost custody of my children, my older children. And one of them was special needs. And in that, bitter battle for like over 7 years of back and forth to court and, orders and protective orders and child support orders and, all kinds of things. The courts never had our best interests at heart. And then when I say I would say the children. What we do know when we find out like what they're about is they operate in their own entity. They are in their own power, and they're not there to help us. So it's like we have to have our own, we have to formulate our own, not necessarily fight against them, but it will come to a point where we cannot even recognize them as even existing. That is part of our evolution.
They're privatizing as we speak, and there are more and more agencies that are no longer even federally regulated or state regulated, and they have become their own entity. And this is what we're doing with the Parent Advocate Network, just so you know, as far as that goes, is the Parent Advocate Network right now is just here, right? And with the Coalition for the Protection of Children and Families. But our goal, and this is through my portion, which is Earth SoL Ministries and the Coalition for Protection of Children and Families. And, I'm also a part of We Are the Solution 128. But as part of my little piece here, the Parent Advocate Network will eventually become federally mandated, unbiased, without any personal interest, organization of parents who've dealt with the system, who've had their children removed, who've been wrongfully prosecuted and persecuted for their beliefs, for everything. But they're going to be the ones, they're going to do the home checks, the well checks, not only on the parental family, but if that child is taken somewhere else, that these parent advocates can go to the foster home and do an independent check, and go to the adoptive home and do an independent check. And we've already got requests all over the world for the Parent Advocate Network to do exactly this. And so, this is a really amazing first step here. And We Are the Solution 128 Ministries is about finding solutions, and it's Misty's piece. And I don't want to take away from that at all. We each have our individual missions and purposes, but they are interconnected. And we can help each other. Right now I'm also the secretary for the Family Rights Party here in California. So one of my jobs is to put together the policies and guidelines for the party. And this way, people know what the framework is of the Parental Rights Party, as far as what our goals are, what our issues are, what we want to focus our intentions on, who we are looking at as far as supporting as a representative for our state. And right now it's just in California, but eventually we plan on having it all across the nation. Yeah, and it's a lot of work. Let me tell you. But this is
that's amazing.
And so I really am happy that you have joined us in this mission. This is our mission, our ministry, and our mission. And we do not want to have battles in man woman kind of battles, which is happening a lot on Facebook right now. We want to find solutions that are nonviolent solutions. Misty and I have also been promoting the Veterans of Abuse page, which is a page we set up together in July, right, Misty? July, was it? And
that sounds about right.
It takes what people see. This is about mindset. This is about interpretation and mindset. So
Mm-hmm.
you can either say, oh, I'm a victim of domestic violence, which is a fully and completely justifiable position to be for people who are, you know, being exposed to
Yeah.
domestic violence. And
Mm-hmm.
then, you know, at some point, hopefully, we want to be veterans of domestic violence, meaning that we don't have to deal with that kind of behavior anymore. And we're going to
Right. Right.
and we stop it by implementing nonviolent communication skills and other ways of resolving a situation. And I had a conversation with my psychologist this week, and I told him about veterans of abuse, and he was in awe of the idea. He thought it was absolutely an excellent idea, because right now we have arguments that happen in the household, and then somebody says, I'm going to call the police, I'm going to call the police, and everybody freaks out, and it escalates the situation instead of de-escalating the situation.
Mm-hmm.
What we
Mm-hmm.
really want to have happen here is a de-escalation of abusive behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's there. And Misty, so what I want you both to know is that I'm working this week on a lot, but I will put effort into getting the Zoom channel set up so that we can have unlimited time for our meetings, because I mean it kind of sucks to get cut off all the time.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you bearing with me and with the software that we have. So thank you. And
Yeah, well,
going
thank
somewhere
you.
with this.
Well, what I wanted to say was that, so we realized after we've experienced these experiences and traumas and stuff that we have to work extra hard to heal our wounds, and that the help is not necessarily there with the medical and psychiatric field, because a lot of them, and not everybody, I've had many who don't, but a lot of them do want people, or people seek to be medicated, you know, after these things, or their therapists prescribe medications,
They're
which are
intertwined with working with support.
it's ultimately harmful
Yes.
to us long term. I think there can be some benefits short term when you're just at that point where you have tried everything and nothing's working, but if you can avoid them, it's better, I think, and find other natural holistic things. So this, of course, for me, my experience, it set me on a journey inward, like I said. So, but what I was talking about was not necessarily We Are the Solution 128, but the one we were talking about was the SoL Ministries, 128
SoL
Ministries.
That was one we were talking about. We were also talking about Earth Ministries. So
yes, well, see, that's what it is. It's going to end up being 128 ministries. And I don't mean that this all, I'm just saying connected.
Yeah,
we're all interconnected and interwoven with each other. You know, there's no, you know, mine is, you know, equal to yours, is equal to everybody's, you know, there's no, but what I want to do is to promote and share them and go on this journey with my sisters and brothers on sharing what we've found to be Source of Light Ministries. Source of Light being what we want to teach and share people is how to be connected to Source. And this is everybody, you know, children and teenagers, and promote that education and promote that for healing as well, because in the end, that's the only thing that's going to work.
Yeah,
there's nothing else that's going to work. The only thing that's going to work is connection to Source for your healing, because that's when we've experienced what we've experienced, and everybody's experienced something, and I don't think any of us get out of here without it, you know, but some things like this kind of trauma is deep and it's different, you know, than some others. It's all abuse. It's all abusive. It's all the results of being abused and being injured with a disregard. Okay, so But what I wanted to share is I wanted Stephanie to share your amazing life website and what that's about a little bit, because this is going to connect Lyra with where I can, you'll see, with connecting our different products and different things and different modalities and different things to sell and offer and so on. Plus, I shared about Patreon with Stephanie earlier today, and so she is likely going to start a Patreon page, and it's going to be perfect. And we just will work with each other. We'll do videos and we'll do updates and we'll do introductions and we'll do interviews, and we'll just share it amongst our different Patreons, maybe, you know.
And well, you know, there are some things that we want to share with the general public too. And old videos that I do, what I do is I publish them on YouTube, but I unlist them. I don't put them in public domain. They're unlisted, so it's only by my sharing the link to the YouTube's video that people get to that YouTube video. And
okay.
so, you know, that's what I did on my Patreon account. And then I also put, after doing the Reiki attunement one that we did together, I put one video that you can only get to when you become a Patreon, and that was the lesson that we did together afterwards.
Okay.
How to heal yourself with Reiki. So
okay.
That's one way we can utilize the Patreon service and not charge people a whole bunch of money for some of the information, but you know, there is a cost if they want to get more information. So
okay, cool.
And
okay, Stephanie, well,
you got the floor.
Yeah, share about the amazing life. This amazing life.
All right, tell me if it's can you hear me clearly, because it was breaking up a minute ago.
I can hear you.
Everything good? Perfect. Okay, so this amazing life is basically my life. It's a lifestyle that basically had to come to the knowing on how life can be amazing versus the traumas that we've been through. And so, you know, in my healing journey and evolving, I've been able to find or actually embrace and embody the awesomeness and amazing part of the experiences that we have been through. What actually helped me really get to that point was, like I said, my daughter and my son were taken, and my daughter ended up passing over last year. And that, wow, the trauma that I experienced with that was just like, what the frick is happening? This cannot happen to anybody else. But I've been able to heal from it, and today I can smile at the thought of thinking about, you know, my daughter. So a lot of what I'm going to share is inspiration from her. Like, she's still a part of me. You know, she came from me. She's still in. And when we were together, we had some plans on how we could, you know, contribute to Earth humanity in an uplifting way, and us still have joyful lives together. And so with this amazing life, we share products and services that elevate vibrations of souls that come to path. And we know that the ones that do come to path are the ones that will resonate with what we're doing. And so we have we with soul, right, Misty? We still have soul. We have, you know, gold resources. We're acquiring basically land in different spaces of the world to be able to build and have basically classes and workshops on showing the youth. That's where a lot of the attention, a lot of our focus is on the younger generation, because they will be the ones moving forward more so to the new earth. And so we have resources like cooking and eating natural foods and vegetarian and vegan recipes, and promoting sharing with our children in the kitchen. Art workshops, those things are very important for them to be able to express their free creativity to help them, in the longer run. Also, we'll be looking to building. We want to have we call the children the star seeds, and so we want to have an academy where we share our essence and our truth with them, so that they won't have to experience a lot of what we have been born into with all of what we had to go through to get to this point. But it all brought us together, and is moving us to where we are developing the SOL and This Amazing Life and the Parent Advocate Network, so that we can support each other and children no matter where we are. Because I still have my son that is not with me now, but I have other children that need that guidance. And in the healing, while we're healing, we still have the youth that are looking to us for the guidance. And so that's why our healing is so important. Very important. It's like my top priority. With This Amazing Life, I also offer it's called Love You More. And the reason why you're healing is because you need it. Like, first off, you can't help anybody else if you haven't done the work yourself. Like, it's not authentic if you're hearing what you read out of a book from somebody else. A lot of the psychiatrists and psychologists, you're not living it. Like, that's really fake. So I feel a lot of what I've experienced and been able to learn from and embrace is going to help me to be able to help others to heal themselves. When you share a story, it's helpful for you to be able to relate. Somebody's not going to listen to you if you don't know what they're talking about. If you've never felt any type of what they're feeling, you don't have that personal connection with them. And so I've been able to take my trauma, and I have a shirt. I've been also got a T-shirt line, but it's called From Triumph to Trauma. No, From Trauma to Triumph. Apologize. From trauma to triumph. So you're turning.
Yeah.
I got it right.
Yeah, you got it right. Turning
your
it around, just like veterans.
you're turning
it
wisdom.
around. Yeah.
That's the name of your Patreon channel. From Trauma to Triumph. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
And then I'll share.
That's what it is. I was like, wait a minute, I got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. This is what it is. This is how we're all in synchrony with each other. One.
Great. Nice.
Okay. The next one. All right, the next project is I don't watch the news. I don't have a TV in my house. No TV, no cable, no internet, actually. The only thing I have is this phone right here that I do everything on, okay? So I feel the energy. I'm able to translate and transmute and magnify or, push it away. I had an idea, 100 T's to love peace. So what can help people to, feel vibrant or uplift themselves, because it's all up to you, is just sharing some kind words. And I decided to write down, the project is 100, but I've done like 150 phrases that I'm going to put on T-shirts for adults and children. They're for the children too, infant clothes and everything. And it's, I'm a leader. I am powerful. I was born great. Things like those affirmations that I love it. Yes, we can do those.
This is my bird feeder of affirmations. This is the affirmation game. Misty and I played it last month. There are 280 affirmations. Oh. They are rolled up into little scrolls, and you pick out an affirmation like so. And yes. What do we have here? Unique. Your contribution is unique and amazing, Stephanie. Thank you so much for everything that
Yes.
you're putting your energy into. It is very wonderful. And you know, this is the affirmation game, and we have a lot of affirmations to go through here. Keep up the good work. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That has my heart. Okay, smooth, like see, everything is flowing together. Okay, so for idea with the affirmations, and we will be incorporating some more, so we'll be beyond 100, you know. This is awesome. We have the proceeds from the t-shirt sales, or from the clothing line sales, will go to funding our other projects that we have. One of them is dancing for healing and peace. We know that dancing and music help to lift and elevate the vibrations that are needed for us to be at a certain level of consciousness. And so where we're needing healing, we have to be open. What helps to open those, those portals, get those chakras turning, is the dancing and the music. So we are like all over. We are just one thing. What we're going to do is the events for dancing and healing peace. We want to take this worldwide. There is not one place that we don't want to go, and what we'll do is, we'll put out the call, like who like to have us there. When we start to open the event, we will have an opening song, which will be the international anthem of Earth's people. And so we're going to put out a call for people to submit their lyrics for the international anthem.
I have it. I already have it. Misty and I have been working on it. And part of it is, we are one with the mother, to her we shall return, like a drop of water flowing to the ocean. Take the hands of your sisters, take the arms of your brothers too. Together we shall walk along in peace and harmony. Ta-da! I have more, but
I love it. Yes, you have to send it to me.
Absolutely.
Send it.
I was called to.
That's amazing.
Do a lot of different things. And when I met Misty down at Desert Hot Springs, we had a good time there at the conference, even though there was a very small crowd. But one of the things that we got from this conference was a feeling that it was disjointed and fractured, and not exactly what the people are looking for right now, because there were so many different speakers that were talking about different things, anywhere from the black goo, which is emanating throughout the air and all of our electronics and in our bodies, to aliens and their influence in this world. And there was some good information and some information that was really out there, but what was really great, the best thing I think about the conference, was the different types of healing music that were presented there. So we had Dr. Dream with his singing bowl, and we had another lady doing the healing sound waves that, they turned off the lights and you could lay down, and there was all kinds of drums and chimes, and it was beautiful. You feel the vibration through your body and stuff. And so, what you're talking about with this dance and music venue and doing it worldwide, well, Misty and I have been talking about something like that too. And see, I'm a Reiki master, and I do online Reiki healing, Reiki attunements. In fact, Misty and I did a Reiki attunement that is published on the my Patreon page. My Patreon page is Patreon/Lyra Star. And so I provide the free Reiki healing, and the idea by working to put together it's a healing music wave. I'm not sure what to call it yet, but what we want to do is have booths that have the information that people want to go to, whatever that information is. It could be all kinds of different types of information booths, but the main focus on the stage is the music, and it's not rap or reggae or hip hop or you know, metal or what else, you know, those ones. And I got 10 minutes, so I'm going to keep this quick. But you know, it's about the healing music, the soothing sounds, the feel good music that's going to help you get up.
Hold on, Lyra.
Dance and stuff. So, you know, it's like we're gonna make this happen.
I need you to call me.
Can you give me your phone number?
You hear me?
Barely. Ah!
Yeah, I sent it 724. It's too much bring up, and I'm like, I don't want to have to miss anything.
So
it's in the Facebook lesson.
On Misty's Facebook or in the Women's Event Hub?
Misty.
Yeah?
What?
Event Hub. When she was speaking, it was breaking up really, really bad.
I'm sorry that you're having.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you on and off. I'm sorry you're having so much interference, Stephanie. We're almost at the end of our meeting here. It's probably because it was telling me that there was only 10 minutes left that it did that disconnect. But I'm actually gonna have to call it night. And I'm sorry, I'm getting tired here. I've been doing this.
That's fine.
3 hours, but I do want to talk to you more, Stephanie. And so I will get the phone number and call you. When would be a good time to call you? Morning or afternoon?
If you can do the like in the AM, I'm on the East Coast.
Okay.
Just like it's 11 o'clock. If you want to do tomorrow, that's fine. If not, we could, you know, got something during the week. It's no problem. Whenever you are available, I'll make myself, you know, available to be able to speak with you so that we have time uninterrupted. I have no set schedule really. I do have all children, and so like I have to schedule that ahead of time. But early in the day, the AM hours are pretty good for me. Anytime before 11 o'clock AM Eastern time.
Okay.
After that, they're active and work.
I understand that. Tomorrow is my day off, so Monday or Tuesday might be better for me. I will message you before to
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll message you tomorrow to get it so we can nail down a specific time. And in the meantime, I'm accepting donations, continue accepting donations for the Coalition for Protection of Children and Families, and we are getting ourselves on a roll here. We've got people who are supporting the coalition that want to help us continue this mission, because we're not here for squabbles between parents. We're here for the best interests of our children. And it is in the best interest of our children that they are, you know, they have their parents in their lives, however that may be. And that parents get to heal from whatever trauma, whatever illness that they may suffer from. Because, you know, it's only through communities, it takes this village, it takes people working together to help in the healing process here. And so, you know, I applaud you for all that you're doing, Stephanie. Thank you so much. And we're going to keep this ball rolling. And the more we get rolling down the hill, the faster it's going to be. I mean, tonight we had 7 people on this call. We've had 10 people on the call months ago, but it's only been 4 or 5 people recently. And so this is great. You know, we're starting to get some real traction here. And I'm just so grateful for the ability to be able to do this. And I appreciate everybody, all of you are doing such a wonderful job. Missy, yes.
Thank you.
So I've got to run. Let me know when we can set up another meeting, and I want to invite more sisters who actually want to come on this call, and I got all confused. But if we can set a time,
Yes,
then we can do it again.
yes.
And then I can probably do Zoom calls from my phone. I don't know. Host them. I'm not sure. I'll have to see.
Well,
So,
I will
I think so.
be sure to get it established. And Stephanie, I will text you tomorrow to schedule a time we can talk on the phone, all right? Does that sound good? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. We are strong.
I'm up for it.
Love you both.
Yay. Peace.
Love you.
Have a good night. Mwah.
Love you. Be easy.
You too.
Enjoy.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Thank you.